can't be no.
Barry
Yeah.
Jenkins, all of them.
No, we don't want nothing to get no worse. Just put it like that.
Worser?
We don't want to get no worse.
Like I graduated with Barry and Jeffrey.
Not no worser. Not no worser.
What in the world?
Welcome everybody. My name's Justin Kick It. We got
Bricks Montana.
Hey, Talker, you're gonna go in time out, lady. What's your name?
Jenna Wade.
Special guest.
Just a yappy.
Jabbar.
Yeah. The other guy.
Antenna Slim.
Yes.
The other guy with
Build in the
glasses.
building.
All right. Hell yeah. That's I think that. Kind of opens it up today, so we'll see if any other people fly by. But in the meantime, we want to get to know this gentleman over here.
Yes. We started.
What we got on now? Your name is?
Jabbar from Kinlock.
Occupation.
I'm an author and the CEO of Flagrant Publishing.
All right.
Yes.
We got the.
I can definitely do that, you know.
Yes.
All right. So you know one of our cast members.
Yeah, for sure. Brings Montana. That's my cousin, you know.
Yes.
All right.
Fella, that's my homeboy.
Yes.
You know, motherfucking building. Y'all better know it.
Y'all mean.
So of course I don't have to ask my question. Where you from?
He did it himself. You got a whole nice little selection there on the table. It looks like.
Yeah, for sure. I got 8 books published right now on Amazon, Barnes and Noble.
That's what's up.
My first book is Miseducation of a Hustler, though. You know.
That boy sounded like a book writer of
Change-
big fail.
change
God
the world.
damn,
I'm
you got to
telling you.
keep writing or drown them out, Brody. Hey, you got to do something different from everybody else.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hey,
different,
hey.
he's better.
You got. I don't give.
Yo, different still gotta be better.
Well, we're not the only radio station, but we're the best.
No, well, I'm saying, but
Because we
still,
do
it's
different
shit,
things.
We different.
Oh, okay, well, yeah.
Different shit.
Because we have
You gotta do different shit. Don't
just
fake it.
difference.
Yeah.
Because y'all got
You
me.
gotta put out more books than the next motherfucker author.
And I mean, these are
always quantity,
really
quality.
good books. I was surprised, like when I was reading Good to the Last Drop, because it's my cousin writing
Reading
nasty
good
stuff.
or reading well?
So I'm like, your mind, it's so nasty.
Oh yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm just so proud. You know, I love some nasty shit. You know, I love that shit.
Well,
I
Girl,
love-
your cousin got to go on.
What it
Look at
do?
these books.
Look
he
at
wrote.
those books.
This is
Oh man.
blackmail.
So,
Black author.
knowing how we grew up, you know what I'm saying? How did you end up an author? Because, you know what I'm saying, that's not... We didn't read a lot when we was kids.
He most
We
definitely
watched
wasn't talking
movies
about
and
no
shit.
motherfucking book writing when we was kids. Hell no.
This was my cousin that could give me a soda whether we had money or not. So I don't know what the fuck you talking about. We all had shit. This the cousin.
He was not talking about no
We
book
ain't got no
writing.
money though.
No
I'll be right
thanks.
back.
I was actually in prison when I started writing books.
Definitely do.
First response means everything. It can break you or it can make you.
So my question is, like, I have millions of stories to tell, and I was talking to several authors, and they was like, I'm still stuck and confused. They was like, just write. So is your suggestion is just write and then figure out how to put it together? Cause I'm stuck on, like, I got a million stories where I don't have to, like, just jot it down and so I can remember it. It's in my head so I never forget. And it's like, I'm the type of person who mind just be wandering, so I'm stuck on where to go. So I never had nobody to like really place me how I do it.
Okay. Before I answer your question, let me explain something to you. It's different between an author and a writer.
It's too big.
Everybody's an author because everybody got a story to tell. But everybody ain't no writer.
Exactly.
The way I actually go about writing, I take a lot of notes. When something comes to my mind, I jot it down. And I have a stack of notes, and I just go back and put it in order until it's in a book.
Okay.
So everybody have to find their own way. Like when you riding around, get the dragon program. When a thought comes to you, don't speak it out and let it write it down for you.
Okay.
And just come back to it. But if you don't do it right then and there, that thought ain't gonna be authentic when you try to put it down there again. So just get it on paper.
Okay. So and that's what I've been asking everybody. So for now, starting now, I'm gonna keep my book in my pen, and when something comes to thought, I'm gonna write it down, and then I'm just gonna keep going because, like I said, I wrote like I wrote several things down before and threw it away, and then I just came across a few things. Like I wrote a couple of things that I turned into poems, and it was funny, but it was good. Then like stuff, like you say, stuff just be coming off my head because like my family, we all like, I would say into the arts. Like we sing, we dance, we write, we rap, we do all that. Like my son, he do all that, comedian, mimic, all of that stuff. So it's like we just be sitting up, just like we sitting here now at the table kicking it, and all shit just be coming out. So I'm like, now I feel like I need to just keep my
all
book.
shit coming out.
I need to just keep my book on hand because it's always something. And then we just bust our laughing, or we be like,
So
that's
you're
cold.
comparing our show to diarrhea.
No, I'm just saying, because I'm real on this, because when I'm into books, and when I be reading all this shit, it's like you said, I got a story to tell, and I feel like I'm just good at it, but I don't know how to get it started. And like you said, everybody said the same thing. Just keep writing it down, and then go and piece it together. So I'm on it now. I'm very interested in that, and I'm gonna get them 2 books before you leave. But I'm very interested in that. But I just want to know what I need to do to get started.
Just start writing.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. I mean, people get so caught up on, do I start here? Do I start there? Just start writing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's like, I just wrote this book here. I just finished up a few days ago. Anyway, I actually started with the last chapter.
Okay.
And then I wrote the rest of the book. Because I knew how I wanted the book to end.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
okay.
So I started with the last chapter. First chapter I wrote was the last chapter. And then I came back and wrote the rest of the book.
I'm on all of that, because that's why I was saying my mind be all over the place. So like you said, that'll be a good place to start, is just write everything down and then piece it together. Nobody had ever told me to do it like that. They was like, write everything down, but they never said, well, come back and piece it together. So have you ever found yourself writing a lot of things down and piecing it together, but leaving a lot of stuff out and it end up going into a different book?
I mean, you always do that. It's like, I actually have 35 books that are actually completed.
Okay.
But
35. See,
Right.
that's the type of shit
It's
I'm
on
talking
computer.
about. Cause ain't a nigga walking the street right now doing that, Jabbar. Just like ain't a nigga walking the streets doing what I'm
Just
doing
got
right
35
now.
That's what it is.
No faking.
That's what it is.
Ain't a nigga doing what I'm doing, ain't a nigga doing what you doing. That's how you set yourself away from every motherfucking body else.
Breaking news.
No
I
faking.
had to call in a sub over there. We got a special guest host.
You ain't have to call in the sub, motherfucker.
So
So you can stop that shit, nigga.
So you have
Real talk.
35 books that you already wrote, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you have 8 that's published.
I got 8 published. I got 35 that's already written, and I got about another
Work.
15 pieces of books.
Okay.
That's work.
I'm always writing.
Always.
That's work.
Because, like, when something come to you, write it down. You don't know when you're going to need it.
Okay.
I look at it like,
See, everything is in use.
right, God gave me this thought for a reason, so let me write it right down. See, a lot of times we ask for something, and you get it, you don't use it.
Okay.
So when you get to throwing away stuff, it's like throwing away $10 bills. I tell my kids all the time, these are $10 bills sitting right there.
Like a motherfucker.
Leave them tens alone. That's a stock in a bond. Every time you write something down, look at it being stock in a bond, because when you put it into a book and you start selling it, that investment is gonna mature.
Ain't that what these motherfuckers do when they put their little quotes on Twitter? They got a hold, they get paid for that shit.
Yeah.
No
So I
faking.
got a question. So what about writer's block? Cause I got about 3.
Exactly.
Well,
I
I'm
was just
saying,
gonna say, what is
how
that?
help me then, because
what is
I
that?
got it.
Never heard of it. Listen,
I don't know what writer block is.
You can listen to a person say things so much till you believe you actually got some shit that you
Exactly. No fucking, man.
Sometimes you just don't feel like it. It's not writer's block. You just don't feel
It just
like
don't feel like your mind ain't into it. That's all.
When you feel like I had people try to tell me about, they got like a writing schedule. I ain't got no writing schedule. I write when I feel like it. So you can try to force yourself to do something, and it's gonna be some bullshit.
Like a motherfucker.
You gonna go back and read me like, well, this is alright. You can't do nobody no bullshit.
It ain't what I
So
want.
you do it when you feel it.
Okay.
It ain't no block though.
Would you write books?
I do. I got two that I done started both of them. Like one of them is almost finished, and I've even had an editor start reading it and editing it. But the second one is like one chapter.
Hey, I salute you, book writers, because that shit take hella time.
Yeah.
I got. What's that?
As much as I write,
it ain't, what is it?
I cannot
OCD?
write a book.
AC, what is it?
I need.
When I got OCD,
as
my
I'm a
attention span
poet,
I can't. Ain't that fucking long?
I don't think that I can focus enough. I wrote scripts. I write plays. I write my poetry, but those are short compared to a full book.
And that's my next question.
I want to move on to something else quick.
Right.
You know why? Because people try to write different than what they talk. If you write the way you talk, you can write a book.
But if I write the way I talk, ain't nobody but people from Kimline gonna understand this shit.
Let's go, Rick.
It's easy. This is when you thought.
But that's
I'm gonna be honest. Let me take
my
that back.
favorite books coming up were like Harlem Renaissance books where they did write like they talk, or Zora Neale Thurston. Her book, Their Eyes Was Watching God, where in the book they're talking in that Mississippi down south dialect. That is like my favorite book because I guess maybe I had to figure out what they were saying and everything, and I like Shakespeare too, so you got to figure that shit out to read that. So I guess I love that shit.
Hey, it's a TA.
I used to do that shit in theater.
So that's why, and that's the question that I need to ask, because that's why I'm like I be stuck at. It's not that I never have nothing to say. It's like how do I end it? So I need a really good editor, I guess. Because I don't know too much how to end it, because my shit could go. That's why I'm saying, how do I chop it off and end it will be my thing.
And that's what I ran into, because my first book that I have is almost like about 400 pages.
Oh my God.
So, but let me tell you what the editor told me, because I still had more that I wanted to add on into it.
You can turn that into a movie.
He told me, he said, turn it into either chronicles or secrets.
Yeah.
Don't give it all to them at once.
That's what I say. So I need to break it up like you did this one.
But that first one, I didn't know it would be a second. How he picked up the second one is it was unexpected to me. So how he left the first one, it was a complete story. But then part 2 tells you what else happened. That's how I took it, But reading is just like
reading is fundamental.
It sure is.
So when you wrote part 1, when you wrote the first book, you wasn't expecting to add on.
Read, comprehend.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I was gonna say, what do you think about, like, as far as writing, like, potty mouth, like these people?
No, you stopped. No,
It's
that's
cussing
another
in his
question.
book.
That's another question. So when you wrote,
Cusses in his book.
right?
Shut the fuck up. Go
So
ahead.
when you wrote, that's the next question.
That's why we're
when you
banned
wrote
from
the first
84
book, the Hustler book, was you expecting to be like part 1, part 2, or was you expecting to end it there? Because like Briggs just said, when she read it, it didn't give her no increment that it was going to be another one. So were you expecting another one, or you was expecting to stop there?
I knew it was going to be a trilogy, because when I let the first person read the book, they was like, you got to cut it off right here.
Okay.
Because
That's what.
I'm giving up so much game in the book that if I'd put it into one book, you couldn't have digested everything I'm trying to say.
Okay.
I couldn't have read that when we was teenagers. I would have been in jail by now. I'm telling you, these books I couldn't have read when I was a teenager.
Which one was the funnest writing, bro?
Funnest writing was
Say the sex one.
nah.
Because that shit is fun. That sex book is fun.
Because that's what I was going to say. That's the reason why mine kept going.
Everybody thinks sex, goddamn, is the determination of everything.
It is. It's based on real life.
Because of sex.
I use fictitious names because I really don't want everybody to know who
that ain't what I'm saying.
But it's about, me. And basically my husband, because my husband is very young. He's younger than me. So my
what they got to do with
and I'm running from
what they got to do with anything?
But anyway, so that I just kept going. And the person that's editing it, that's reading it, he was all like, "Oh," he said, "Yeah, I'm gonna need you to break this up because
erotica?
It's really."
Oh, yours nasty. Can I read it?
And that's where I'm at.
And
that's where I'm at. I'm like, how do I end it or
nothing better than a
put it in sequence?
That's the first step in erotica
what
that
type
I
of
had.
book are you writing though?
I mean, the thing is, like, I had several stories. I had several stories to tell, like
Sex Chronicles 1 and 2.
A lot of stuff, like you said, a lot of stuff that's from my experience with relationships. A lot of stuff is family stuff, and then I had one about
so you had that many boyfriends, you could write books
violence. Like I was telling somebody, where people get mad, where y'all talk
real life too.
I'm waiting on them to get done. Then
I'm sorry.
I was trying to write one like I was speaking on domestic violence. Like I have my own show that I do a lot of real talk about on Monday nights.
What's it called?
Talk that talk, cock. Tell hour.
But
anyway, I was like, when we was talking about domestic violence, like I was telling people like how a lot of people get upset if they survivors when you say I would never go through that, and they didn't understand my point when I was saying that it's not that I'm saying nobody couldn't do it to me, but I was saying that I would never. Once it happened, I wouldn't do it no more, and they didn't understand my thing. And somebody was telling me that's where you started, and it was like, yo, fight, because they get offended when I was saying you don't know my story. Like I watched that shit all my life.
You ain't sit back and get your ass.
And that was the reason why I said I wouldn't go through it, but I fought for people I knew. When I said I wouldn't do it for myself, I fought other people, boyfriends, and all of that. So it's a story to tell.
Right, but if you writing a memoir, you write that from beginning to end. Yeah. If you writing just say a hood book or something of that nature, you know what I mean? You can actually split it up.
Okay.
You know, you can actually cut it off where it's a cliffhanger or something of that nature. You know what I mean? You actually giving the reader something to look forward to later on. Okay. So, I mean, it just depends on what type of book, what genre you're writing in before I can say, okay, this is what I think you should actually do it. Like this book, Good to the Last Drop. It's 18 different stories. See, so the difference between me and Zane has books like this that has 18 different stories in it, but she got like 9 people writing 2 stories a piece.
That ain't her then.
Yeah, that's like ghostwriter.
It is.
I don't knock the
That's a ghostwriter.
No. That's the way it's supposed to be.
It says that it is other artists. She's not stealing anybody's stuff. Her first books,
I love her.
Chronicles and stuff. That was her.
Zane, Terry,
now
all of them.
You know what I'm saying? Now she's made so much money in erotica that she gives other writers.
I guess I just got to speak to you in private because I really heard
name. See, that's the difference now.
It's a difference because a lot of them do that. Carl Weber, he does that now too.
I read all Carl Weber stuff.
All of his stuff mostly has other people. He's letting them get in where he, help. You know what I'm saying? It's different now.
I mean, that's the way it's supposed to be. But the point I'm trying to make is that there's a difference
between
yourself.
Yes.
So you had to come up with 18 different scenarios, 18 different stories, versus you having other people writing them for you.
Man,
so you got to kind of get
I've been making this point my whole life.
Or you're gonna use the same word, the same terminology, or whatnot, and it all gonna sound the same.
So what if you got your own 18 stories to tell? So what if you have your own 18 stories to tell?
Just do your good.
Then you tell your stories.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you as a person that's always
it's
getting
a bit difficult to do that now.
That's why you gotta take time. That shit gonna take time.
Yeah, don't
writing a book take time.
That's okay. I got time.
I write music, so I
but
know
you can do it though.
Book take time.
That's why, and that's probably why I haven't gotten into writing a book, because me with a poem, I can go through. If I have a subject, I can go through that shit so quick and move on to something else. You know what I'm saying? With a script. It may take a little bit of time, but it's not the time that I would invest in writing a book. And then me, because I done read so many books, like y'all, I read so many books. My story may not be genuine.
It's just based on.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, if you just love writing, it's just gonna.
But I feel like it is.
But gonna bleed.
That's why you do
when you have
realistic
10
shit.
million stories in your head.
Get them up out of
What if I rewrite somebody else's story? That's what I really feel.
That's life.
You tell it the way you tell it from your point of view. You tell your story.
But with all of that, because when I was in school learning the script writing and stuff, the movies that I did were bits and pieces of other movies. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's just stealing from each other.
Nah, but the thing is reality, and a lot of us live the same
stuff.
The mind
can only come up with so much shit.
But a lot of us live the same stuff. So, like she said, if you doing it from your point of view and some of your experience, then it's totally different.
I mean, if I write something straight about me, then it would be different because I'm a different type of motherfucker.
Your life may relate to somebody else's.
Because maybe some nerdy, sexy bitches out there.
Yeah.
Hey.
My life relates to what others have experienced and so on and so forth.
But it was mine.
But I'm adding my little twist to it to kind of make it to fit me.
Everybody done went through the same shit. Yeah. It's just different scenarios of what the fuck they done went through.
Or how they may have handled
it. Exactly. How they may
That's what makes it different.
Because you ain't a motherfucking nigga. You ain't a hustler if you can't fucking bounce back.
Yeah, because if you ain't
everybody
never
fall off.
Yeah.
But can you fucking bounce back?
Not everybody.
Everybody falls off.
Everybody
falls off.
Even billionaires fall off.
I don't give a fuck what you say, Brody. Everybody falls off.
Everybody fall off.
I don't care who you is.
But if you don't fall off, then you don't know what the struggle is.
Exactly.
You fall off.
You don't know the struggle.
When you fall off, you don't kill yourself.
Your fall off may be in your past.
He gonna kill himself.
Because he don't know the struggle.
He gonna kill himself. Flat out. I'll be at your funeral.
He say if you ain't never had no struggle and you fall off, that's what they do.
Struggle. I just said I never really had a decline.
I don't like this ponytail. You can see all my gray hair.
You struggle.
You can see all my gray
hair. You done been to the point where you ain't been to the top all the time, Brody. You done fell down. Like you done see some discouragement. No, I'm just saying. In a
Happy birthday,
situation, you gotta be. You only in the shit that you do, you can control what you do. But in this, what you do, you also got more going on than the average radio station, Brody.
I love you.
That shit can decline though, because a motherfucker can come along and take every fucking thing.
Oh yeah, right.
Flat out. That's what I'm
we
saying.
said earlier. Yeah,
don't kill yourself.
Just be the best you can.
That's all I'm saying.
What is great?
Don't kill yourself. Flat out.
Yeah. So which one you wrote first? These three.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was the purpose? Say the name of them first.
Miseducation of a Hustler. This is the first one. And then part 2.
Oh, we got 3 to them.
It's Miseducation of a Hustler. 2, Educated Decisions.
Okay.
And part.
So you got educated on that part.
Yeah, because the guy was in prison. He got out and he used the knowledge he got in prison
to do something
to change his life.
That's what's up.
And part 3 is it's basically about
when
redemption.
His life comes back to.
So it comes full circle.
So this basically like your life story in one aspect.
Absolutely not.
No. Okay.
No.
So what is it? Just what you know? Someone else.
Oh yeah, it ain't his story.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was at first. When I first bought it,
it's a made up.
I thought it was his story.
I'm telling bits and
I'm like, this ain't what happened.
Different things that actually of my life and other people's lives.
Okay.
It's called having a lovely mind.
Did you hear what he just said?
Huh?
He just said the same thing that you were saying that you're struggling with, is that his books are made up of bits and pieces of other people, his life and other people's life.
Yeah.
That's what everybody
believes.
And just part of the imagination, because you're not gonna sit up and tell people everything about you.
Hell no.
It's not a telltale or like a memoir or whatnot. You know what I mean? But the whole purpose was really to give people game about different things.
Like a motherfucker.
And it's like there was saying. The game is cold, but it's true.
Like a motherfucker.
It's an oxymoron, or it can't be. You know what I mean? But until a person start breaking these different lies down to people, you run around saying this shit. People talking about ball till you fall. Why the fuck you sell drugs till you go to jail?
Right.
And that's what the fuck they doing.
Yeah, but I mean that's because you keep on repeating this stupid ass shit over and over.
And you got stupid motherfuckers to keep on repeating
and you ain't
the same.
setting yourself up
flat
for
out.
a different lifestyle, because
A simple case of birds of a feather really do flock to motherfucking
because
together.
They don't realize that the hustle that they have, right,
can
put to a different hustle. When he came home, and I know he have all of this to hustle, and I know how he hustled. You know what I'm saying? The game. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my cousin day one. You know what I'm saying? It was me, him, his sister, my sister, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So I know that he has game. So when you can put your game to something so positive, you got my motherfucker, whatever I can do
to help you.
Now, boy, that's why I got to respect Jabbar, because everybody that go to the penitentiary they speak that shit in there. As soon as they get home, they do something totally different. See, he came home and did like I do. Because while I was in there, I already had got my mindset. When I come home, I'm finna come home and take over the fuck game. Look. That was in 11. Here it is, 22. And goddamn it, here we go again.
Look.
Let's get it.
Look.
It's all about the mental frame, B.
Right.
Yes.
But
It's all about this.
And everybody's
No
not prepared in the same way.
Exactly.
So, because I'll just give an example. My brother, he just wrote a book, and we promoted his book on our podcast. Why not say it?
Two hand salute. You're supposed to support. More family members supposed to support each other.
He served 18 years in prison.
Okay.
And it was for a crime that he was accessory to the murder. He didn't actually commit the murder. As a matter of fact, it turned around on him because they were going to murder him.
Hey,
but
say
the
that
deal
again.
went bad, so they ended up murdering, the actual person.
Say that again, because you could be with a motherfucker and get the same amount of motherfuckers.
You get more.
But
so niggas see out there and think about the shit that you do and who you with.
He was on
death
death
row because he was the one that they was actually laying and pinning the actual crime, the murder on. He was on death row, but the lawyer or the attorney that we hired ended up getting his sentence reduced, whereas it was, he served
life without parole.
Yeah, he served 18, but he got out.
But
what I was getting ready to say was, he knew how to work the system inside to be able to, get that release, help, get that release. But when he came out, he wasn't prepared.
But you see,
so he ended up going back.
He's a small one.
Serving another 5 years. He served another 5 years.
Because he wasn't ready for the outside.
But when he came out that last
he was ready to go.
Then he was
prepared.
And,
he had prepared his mind for something different.
I always say he's very, very intelligent. But because of, sometimes, being in the game, because I wasn't in the game, but
the game teaches
you
a whole lot.
I was his accountant.
But the world changes. And when you come to a different world, you lost.
Yeah.
The world, 18 years, the world totally. Every 2 years, the world changes.
In 6 months to a year, if you got high, please don't come home and try to get high again.
Right.
Because you gonna die. It's simple as that. I got hella homeboys that done died from trying to come home, thinking they can get out the same exact shit they was doing when they went in. Come home, they got some glow in the dark shit. Now you trying to snort. Nigga, kill yourself. And that's what happens. See, your mind is not the same. These motherfuckers don't, what you do in there, it's not the same as you do in these streets. I'm sorry. And they thinking they can come home and do the same shit. It's not the same. They die instantly.
Well,
leave this shit alone,
I'm gonna say
y'all.
this. And speaking, on the point of my brother, hey, through the grace of God, and I'm very Christian oriented. Through the grace of God, hey, he been saved 4 times because he done OD'd 3 of those.
Oh, see, there you go.
And each time he was brought back.
See,
so
my brody just died the other day, and it wasn't no coming back.
Yeah, he did.
Everybody don't get blessed. Is what I'm saying.
That's why he's here today to write his story. That's why he's here today to write his story.
That's why when I tell him, I done been around all ODs. I done seen ODs left and right. I shouldn't be prone to them, goddamn, because I've seen some motherfuckers look at me and probably think I don't. Yes, I'd be around all the dope fiends. I'd be around crack addicts, meth heads, every fucking dope fiend. They my friends. I don't knock them because what they do, but I let them know it is fuck. That's what's gonna lead you. Because one of my brodies just died the other day. So I mean, if your mind ain't right. Yeah. This shit is about the mind.
Even with drugs.
I don't give a fuck how much support got behind you.
That's what people don't understand. You know what I'm saying? They use drugs to self-medicate.
Like a motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? People even with mental illness use drugs to self-medicate, right? You know what I'm saying? But drugs, if they're not even motherfucking prescribed drugs will fuck you up even more.
They OD on prescription.
A lot of motherfuckers, that's how they became dope things from prescribed drugs.
Damn right. All them kids that was on the ADHD medicine back in the day.
All the housewives end up hooked on it.
These motherfuckers, I know for a fact, my sister moved to Collinsville, Illinois, right? So all of the kids that were bad or, you know what I'm saying, a little talk too much and different shit like that, they put them on Ritalin and all of that kind of shit.
Fucking them up even more.
But, so 20 years later, here's what happened. You know what I'm saying? So they told my nephew to get on the shit. My mama said, "Nah, fuck nah. Bring him over here with me for about 2 weeks. He'll act right." Okay, she did that instead of putting him on there. But it was 6 other boys in the class that, you know, got on the ADHD medicine and everything and became zombies, right?
And you know, as a
2 of them killed themselves.
Color, you know what I'm
saying?
Quickly.
2 of them died of heroin addicts.
There's a lot of healthy herbs and stuff like that that can really help us, especially the mind. It can really help us if it is that we would do the research.
That's up if you want to do it.
Yeah,
you gotta want to do
it. If you and that's what I just said.
A motherfucker want to be sober.
People, we run to
work.
what is used to.
But these weren't even brown people. This was Collinsville, Illinois. This was white people and my black sister. You know what I'm saying? My mother whooped his ass and made him act right.
Thank you.
Whereas the other mothers, the 6 other mothers, put them on the ADHD. And 2 of them boys, one died of a heroin overdose, and the other one shot himself high on heroin.
Because he was already been fed dope his whole entire life.
Yes. So it's not even a color thing. It's you know what I'm saying?
In my aspect, it is for the simple fact and reason being, when I say that we need to educate ourselves more,
definitely.
We need to educate ourselves
on
more
everything.
On what it is that we can do to help our kids. Because yes, Caucasians have been doing it for years and years
and fucking their kids up. Don't believe all that bullshit.
But
just like we fuck our kids up, they fuck their kids up too.
Absolutely. But we need to.
That's
where we need to get back to the old school.
Yes.
You know, get back to what we know.
Whoopers
really works.
And praying.
Yeah, that's it.
Whoopers ass.
Like I said, when they, you know what they told me? They said,
in the door like Kung Fu Joe. My mama did.
Wait a minute, let me tell you how they do it, and you ain't lying. Now,
H-A-P-P or whatever.
my son, all of us have asthma. It's on both sides of my family, so it's really bad. My oldest son is here. We have all of our asthma is different. My baby boy been on his deathbed several times. All of that from asthma. Collapsed at 2. Started having seizures. Wait a minute, you interrupted. Having seizures. They put him on all of this. They put him on all this medicine. It was like, we got to do this. We got to do that. Then they came back.
Game up, nigga,
now all of a sudden, quote unquote, because he's hype and he's doing all this stuff because he's on this seizure medicine, he's on this asthma medicine, and he's full of buterol and he's doing this. So now all of a sudden, because he goes to school with these people, he's to this and he's to that. Well, we want to put him on this and that because he's ADHD. I say, baby, let me tell y'all something. It's a difference between ADHD and just pretty BAD. You can't put my motherfucking kids on what you want to put them on because I don't even whoop ass, but he get an ass whooping if that's what it counts. It's a difference between ADHD and BAD, baby. I know my children, so you're not gonna be concerned
age group that her
that was the other
one.
Ritalin and all that other shit. No, you cannot put I did not give my child that shit.
My mama told her, bitch, you better not. You know
I did not give my son that shit.
1952. She's a baby boomer. She gonna cuss your ass out. She told my sister, bitch, you better not. Drop him off her for 2 weeks. And I bet you that little boy tried to become a preacher. I'm telling you.
But they would put your kids on that shit.
The love of Jesus in that ass.
If your kid too hype or they can't control your child,
try to put them on
that's
medicine.
What they do. Soon as you go to school out there with the people, we need to calm him down. No, you need to leave him the fuck alone.
I went out to school with the white people and they ain't never offered shit like that.
What it was for my nephew is he came from St. Louis schools, right? Right? He came from St. Louis schools and then went to Collinsville private schools.
I went to Wentzville.
Okay? So my nephew
Same thing.
here I couldn't do nothing because them teachers would have beat my ass. But here these teachers are saying bless you and amen. My nephew was on the tables, you know what I'm saying, dancing. He showed his ass. My mother scared the living hell out of him, pulled out switches and all of that. My nephew never had another problem. It's
but they want
what you allow, and my nephew kids know who they can show out with and who they can't.
They
know that.
That nigga just bad.
ADHD and BAD.
He was.
That nigga was just bad.
He was.
BAD. Not HAD. No.
He got
no
ADHD.
It's what it is. It's what it is.
2 weeks.
Nah, I ain't get off of no shit like that. And I did all type of shit growing up. So it was
different. They didn't give us that shit. They just put you in the bad class or some shit like that.
You rode that short yellow bus.
Yeah. If you was really showing your ass, that's what you did.
You rode that short yellow bus.
But this was later on. This ain't the 70s babies. We're talking about the 90s babies.
They fucked up.
Don't talk about my motherfucking kids.
All on medicine and shit. They put them all on medicine and shit.
I ain't put mine on her.
It's just a different world.
I got a 92 and a 94 baby.
It's a different world now.
In the 90s,
how
they all
fucked
fucked up.
With raising kids.
Yeah.
It's really
it's totally different.
It's a different world.
It's different from, I mean, we had freedoms. I think about these kids have nowhere to go, right?
Right.
We had everywhere. Y'all know we had centers. We had little centers in our neighborhoods that we could go to. We had this. We had malls.
Now we had outside
These
shit.
kids don't have shit.
They don't want to do nothing.
They don't want to go.
We had outside.
That's what we.
But that's because
they don't want to go
outside because their parents don't make them.
It ain't even a fact, Briggs.
We had outside.
They don't want to go out.
But that's the way. That's because that's the way that they're conditioned now. There's a lot of parents that don't want to do their job. And that's the reason. I'm not saying
they pass a phone,
but you know what I'm saying.
They sit them in front of a
tablet, a computer,
you give them that phone and all of that stuff, and you don't promote.
You know, mine go outside. My kids, you getting the fuck out of here.
My mom and them didn't have to promote me to go outside. That shit was just natural.
Because it was natural.
Because you didn't have the talent.
It was natural. All we had was a TV sitting on top of another TV.
That was gonna go off. That was
gonna go difference.
That went off at a certain time.
You know what I'm saying?
You can go outside and still play your fucking pad.
They don't go with you.
Oh, my kids do that.
You can go outside.
My kids do that. Look,
you can't make no excuses up for not kids not going.
We about drop kick my nephew. My nephew.
But you know what? A lot of that shit ain't hooked to the internet.
And went outside and played his game.
I'm sorry.
They don't want
to. They don't want to be outside
because they don't know nothing about going out. My kids want to go outside. I swear to God, because I take them outside.
Did Christmas just pass?
Yeah.
What is Christmas
out there?
I heard it used to have a lot of kids riding around on bikes and shit like that.
Well, nobody outside riding their bike.
I ain't see none of that shit.
I don't care how much snow was out there, none of you was gonna ride their bike.
They don't buy bikes. They buy tablets. They buy phones. They buy computers. They buy games.
The kids don't want to be outside
because they haven't shown them what outside is.
Nah, it's the mom and the daddy. Because if you take your mom and if they take you outside,
kid, you know what? I'd rather for y'all to stay right here and play your iPad.
Yes, they do.
Yes,
they do. Because they ain't fucking with them. I already know. With my kids, if they are on their tablet and that shit, they ain't fucking with me.
They ain't fucking with me.
That ain't got nothing to do with the kids.
Listen, let me tell you. Soon as that shit go dead, mama, what you doing? Mama, where you going?
Mama, this. Mama, this.
Because it's dead.
Why they ain't going outside?
Oh, my kids go outside.
I'm just saying.
You know why my kids go outside?
Why they not going? Because they don't want to fucking go outside.
Because I take my kids outside. Ever since they was kids, I take them outside to play.
My didn't have to take me or make me do it.
You a different generation.
Because
you a different generation.
Other kids
I had the Sega Genesis and all that shit growing up too.
I know
I could stay there.
Well, Sega didn't come out until we was like 13, 14 years old, nigga.
I'm saying the kids don't want to go outside.
Sega didn't come out till we was 12, 13, 14 years old.
You already knew about
outside. Your mama was sitting outside on the porch and your ass was playing in the front yard. Bitches ain't built like that no more.
So what you saying they doing?
Sitting in the house.
These bitches in the house on their phone.
Period.
So little Timmy is right next to them bitches on his
period.
And then not only
that's fucked up.
That's the way life is.
Also,
That's fucked up.
You gotta look at the school systems too. Because the school system
give them computers, give them tablets. Baby, they get new computers at their school.
They don't do recess a lot like they
don't need no recess.
Why?
They get a lot of
what
days
school
off.
they go to?
They get too many fucking days
No.
off.
What school they go to? Because I'm a teacher and we do recess.
These motherfuckers have more off days than a motherfucker.
They do be off.
What? No, but I'm trying to see. Hold
I
up.
get tired of that.
Hold the fuck up.
Fair.
I'm trying to see what schools they go to.
From home, I get tired of that shit.
No, because schools still have recess. So I'm trying to see what schools they go to.
Some of them have recess, but not all of them. Because, I mean, my little nieces and them, they in a private school.
That's why. That's what they doing, what they want to do.
Inside, in the little library area.
But you know what?
Lockdown.
But the thing I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, that's a law that kids have to go outside. Okay. So I don't even know how they do that.
I'm not going to say that they don't take
Okay, because I'm like, it's a law.
But
even in preschool.
But is that a law?
We had 3 recesses.
She don't live. She's not in.
I know what she is.
So it may not be a law in Georgia.
Soon as that bell rang, I'm the first one out there to recess.
Okay, so while we talking about schools, let's get into this, Gina. What the fuck is going on with the arts? I went to a concert.
What you finna get
and these motherfuckers use these tubes to, I guess, play music during the Christmas. First of all, them bitches was off.
Hold on.
Did y'all look on my page?
I saw you say about that. I was at the
Christmas program at the school.
Okay.
And the 4th graders had these tubes that was supposed to make music when they banged them. And that was their song.
Yeah, right, Joyce.
Drum. Fuck drum. It wasn't nothing. It was these round ass plastic tubes. So my thing is, what the fuck is happening to the
arts? They took that out. They cut the money. They cut the money for the arts program, and that's the first place they take the money out is the art program, and that's why a lot of people who do that fight for it, because the art program is what builds character and all that too.
And you learn so much. I know a lot of shit because of my playing the clarinet and the violin, and this was all at school.
Hey, I was in band. My big ass, I actually was in band, y'all.
Music teaches you math. You know what I'm saying? It teaches you all kind of shit. And these motherfucking kids pissed me off banging this.
So you're saying they're making their instruments out of cardboard?
Because they took it all out, and if you don't already have the instruments, you suck.
You know what?
Because they don't have the fund. They took the funding from it.
Education program.
It's a joke.
Oh,
it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke.
It's a joke. It's a joke of the day.
It's a joke.
It's a joke of the day.
It's a joke.
It's a joke of the day. It's a joke of the day.
Yeah, they don't want to take their kids outside because they're doing the same thing. No. Not all of them.
Look, that shit upon me.
Google this and YouTube that.
It's a joke. It's a joke of the day. Y'all ignore all this gray hair. I'm really only 25.
It's time for the joke of the day, motherfucker.
That's a joke.
All right.
I ain't no joke.
What happens?
I'm a teacher.
But I ain't with shit.
Right,
they made teaching a joke.
Yeah.
It's the joke of the day.
Hey.
I hope teachers like this.
It's the joke of the day. I'm gonna need you to put me over your head then, bro.
You gonna have me prepping. Hey. It's the joke of the day. All right, so what happened to the Irish man who thought about the evils of drinking in the new year?
He finally took a bath with some soap.
He gave up thinking.
What? Tragedy.
Y'all get drunk as fuck tonight. It's New Year's Eve, bitches.
But yeah,
it's a joke of the day.
Like we say,
we're gonna take a quick little break.
But like we say, it's that's the whole thing. When the parents are totally different. Because even being a preschool teacher, parents don't even talk to their kids. I talk to people kids and they be calling my name and saying something. It's about why they're scared. They be like, you talk to them. I'm talking to their people.
Calling you, wanting you.
They don't talk to their kids. I got parents that know their kids can talk.
And when I'm alone,
I work with a kid
I just need you alone. see the sky. I got that Uzi on my waist. See power over greed any day. I'm somebody now, look, they amazed. I'm just tryna get my money anyway. If it's all down, nothing too deep. Decide who I'll be. Don't get lost with me. Money, bands is all I need. I did that drop again. I hit it like I did some shit. The body dropped again. Got some money then, pulling up in big band. Big band. When you see the dance, boogie, boogie, boogie. I'm a word of mouth. These bitches running now. All I know is big band. Big band. Boogie, boogie, one more to me, yeah.
Shit that I do at the YWCA, the stuff that we do as
Yo, what up? This the one and only Murphy Lee right now, right here. You're listening to my city, my muse.com, goddammit.
I do my own, but I have to do a lesson plan for every child individually. I cannot do a lesson plan to teach it for 20 years. Not in preschool.
I seen you and you seen me.
But I'm just saying I can't do that. And then
the twinkle in your eyes got me going crazy.
You have to do process. You have to do everything on it.
You're all I've been thinking about lately. Your grace and your presence is so amazing. I found you and I can't let go. I just wanna let the world know. I'm gonna let the world get know. Love at first sight. I caught you with the eye. Do you need someone in your life? Cause I do and I need you. I'ma treat you like I'm supposed to. The first time that I saw you, knew that I couldn't be without you. Girl, you got my full attention. You what I've been missing. You're the completion to my life. I think about you all the time. Girl, you all on my mind. I need you in my life. I said I need you in my life. I think about you all the time. Girl, you all over my mind. I need you in my life. I said I need you in my life. You've been walking on my mind. I swear you all over the place. You put a smile on my face. You got my heart in the race. And I'm just trying to win first place. I just wanna be with you, just me and you, inseparable. I just want you to myself, nobody else. You take my breath. It was love at first sight. I caught you with the eye. Do you need someone in your life? Cause I do and I need you. I'ma treat you like I'm supposed to. The first time that I saw you, knew that I couldn't be without you. Girl, you got my full attention. You what I've been missing. You're the completion to my life. I think about you all the time. Girl, you all over my mind. I need you in my life. I said I need you in my life. I think about you all the time. Girl, you all over my mind. I need you in my life. I said I need you in my life. If she all on your mind, all of the time, say I need you in my life. I said I need you in my life. If he all on your mind, all of the time, say I need you in my life. I said I need you in my life. Now if you feel like I do, then you know what to do. Say I need you in my life. I said I need you in my life. If you know from the start what you feel in your heart, say I need you in my life. I said I need you in my life. The first time that I saw you, knew that I couldn't be without you. Girl, you got my full attention. You what I've been missing. You're the completion to my life. I think about you all the time. Girl, you all over my mind. I need you in my life. I said I need you in my life. I think about you all the time. Girl, you all over my mind. I need you in my life. I said I need you in my life.
Shut the fuck up and listen.
motherfucker get paid more than them people. No fake. I understand if you was.
Man, I swear to God, I ain't know what to do on this beat. Shout out my brother Smoke Dollars.
I'm finna listen to this fire ass song.
This is a drummer set event. You know what I'm saying? Gang in here with
everything you do, you gotta do it smooth. The ladies like when you smooth.
Guess a wipe, but I just want a quickie. All this Coogee, I feel like I'm big. I be talking that shit like I'm 50. Get the pack and I hustle like Nipsey. I make a band like I'm Diddy. Monkey nuts on that bitch look like titties. Shoot at his head, no pity. Hit my jack, I got Bobby and Whitney. Diamonds so sick that they throw up. Watch it step in the club, it might go up. Pull off in that bitch and do donuts. Tell that bitch suck this dick till she throw up. I just be drippin' and flexin'. They sick cause I flex too aggressive. She like, baby, I like how you sexin'. On the chest, make it look like a necklace.
Drip all the time cause I'm drippin'. She foreign, she fine, she with me. I'm riding in the Yoda, we getting it. I drive like it's stolen, I whip it. Blue bloods on blue racks cause I'm crippin'. I mix Molly and Lean cause I'm ignorant. Mix Molly and Lean and get litty. My diamonds, they shine, they be hitting. You run up on me and we blitzin'. You run up on me and we blitzin'. I hit every block in your city and tear that bitch up like a twister. Married to the game, no mistress. Love no girl, big pimpin'. I walk with a limp, big blicky. I bang this bitch till it's clickin'. All my niggas that's with me, they go gorilla. All of my niggas, they killers. All of my niggas be drippin'.
I pop an extra, get silly. All my niggas, they with me. We carry them Glocks and send me. And we got guap, 150s. Ooh, all the niggas be jockin'. And all these bitches be watchin'. Wherever I like, I cop and flex and lock. Ain't no stopping food. You niggas, you fake, you phony. Y'all niggas ain't getting no money. My pops gon' spoil y'all bum me. Got little niggas, they gon' shoot for me. You don't want no beef. Bitch, you gon' get smoked. Rolling up your dead homies. Best believe it's smoke. Gas.
It said to call into this number. So I was calling to see what it is that I'm winning. So I would like a return phone call. I'm sure my number came up. All right. Thank you.
Numb to the pain and I ain't got no feels. Left all my blood, sweat, and tears in greater veer. You can't show no mercy or no love, especially when you outside in that field. Cause that's that type of shit that'll get you killed. I lost London, it's been years and it still bring me chills. Gotta close my eyes to see them and when they open I wanna spin. Thug until I die and when I do it's with a bang and a grin. Don't cry, just ask God forgive my sin. I'm still in that deep end, baby, call me Ocean Slim. I pop it like Big Papa, Slim down dollar, I get it in. I'm just trying to get $1 and I get hate from many men. But I got that rocket in my pocket, bitch, I won't go like 50 cents. Play like they won't smoke till we bend the corners and drop the tents. And I talk Mac money, murder, cause I'm a gangster, that's how I live. I'ma soak up in that water, I don't want no Glockies. I got that fiend and I got ice up in my veins, but I swear to God, I ain't got no chill. Hey, they gon' say I've been tweaking, probably should go see a deacon. Lately my mind been on evil, been running the streets with a Rican and little baby decent. I make her lead, then I beat it, shorty get wet like a beach. She put my dick out and didn't have a seat. She know I want her, but a bitch I don't need. I play the cutter, I'm cutting up the streets, bitch, I am the block. I call the play, they popping shots, I can get your swords and drop. They twisting caps like soda pops, he claim he outside. Nigga, that's cap, I know you're not, cause I be outside. I'm running numbers and dropping ops. Numb to the pain and I ain't got no feels. Left all my blood, sweat, and tears in greater veer. You can't show no mercy or no love, especially when you outside in that field. Cause that's that type of shit that'll get you killed. I lost London, it's been years and it still bring me chills. Gotta close my eyes to see them and when they open I wanna spin. Thug until I die and when I do it's with a bang and a grin. Don't cry, just ask God forgive my sin. No longer lust for friends and love. Squat, blue Glocks and gloves. Blue bandana around my hammer, I guess that crib shit in my blood. GDs, PDs, foes, lords and bloods all show me love, but I earned my stripes and my respect. Had to show niggas what it was. Dirty dance with the devil and I don't mean it no club. Remember selling nicks and dimes, I was trying to come up on the dub. And when I do, whatever I do, I'ma do my thing. Been face to face with the Undertaker, from fuck around with Kane. I don't smoke niggas, now when I smoke niggas, I just poke niggas to turn your ass to drink. No limit soldiers on, I operate the tank. Take it to the block, take it to the bank. I'ma get this paper, they gon' feel my pain. Numb to the pain tears in Greaterville. You can't show no mercy or no love, especially when you outside in that field, cuz that's that type of shit that'll get you killed. I lost London, it's been years and it still bring me chills. Gotta close my eyes to see them, and when they open I wanna spin. Thug until I die, and when I do it's with a bang and a grin. Don't cry, just ask God forgive my sins.
All right. We back, y'all. This is Talk That Talk Cocktail Hour, and we're gonna end this year out.
It's not at all.
Talk That Talk Cocktail Hour. This is Kicking It Company.
This Kicking It Company,
y'all. My bad.
Y'all tune in on Mondays for that shit.
And I've been drinking.
Y'all tune in on Monday for that shit.
This is Kicking It Company. This what the fuck happened when you do more than one show? Cause I'm promoting my own stuff. This is mine too. I'm sorry, and blaming on the alcohol. Blaming on the. I forgot where I was at.
For her shameless plug. For this shameless plug up in this bitch.
She said I did a shameless plug now because I'm always talking about Talk That Talk Cocktail Hour. But we're on Kicking It Company. My bad. It's Saturday. See, this is what happened. This is what I'm telling you when you do a lot of shit. I'm a part of stuff.
To get this motherfucker, we are nothing like Talk That Talk.
But it doesn't matter, honey. I'm a part of both. I'm a part of both.
No. Yes, indeed. So
I said we on Kicking It Company. I switched it back. I always plug Kicking It Company on my fucking show. So what difference it make? I tell them that catch me on Kicking It Company with Justin, Briggs Montana, and Big Phil every freaking Saturday, 12 noon to 2 p.m. or after. So don't do that. I always promote this show on my show.
We know you always promote.
So, anyways, back to Kicking It Company. We have I'm gonna say famous author in the house. You have us. We have Shell from Why Not Say It. So we're gonna get back into it because I'm so interested in all of this. We're gonna let him tell y'all about some more books that he have and what they're about.
There you go.
Jabbar.
All right. What y'all want to know first?
So what's up with that good to the last drop?
How did you get into the
erotic memory?
I was in prison. That was easy to write.
Oh, so you wrote that one. So let us see the cover and stuff. How that So you was in prison when you wrote this. So tell us a little about it.
Until the last drop is like a Zane novel.
Okay.
Or like a Zane Chronicle. It's 18 different erotic stories.
Oh, okay.
And I actually got 2 more sequels to this book here that I haven't released yet, probably later on next year. But I followed it up with Erotic Memories.
Oh, okay.
Now, Erotic Memories was a lot more descriptive. There was a man standing behind her at first, you know.
Yeah, and I got banned from putting it on TikTok fucking with you.
Yeah,
is that right?
Yeah, my thing.
But Amazon will not let me put it out, you know.
Oh, with the man behind you?
Yes, 100%. Motherfucking TikTok said no.
Wow.
It's the same size as Good to the Last Drop, except it's 4 longer stories. So it's like 4 short books in this one here.
Okay.
And truthfully, I decided to write these erotica books, not just because I was in prison, but erotica sells.
Yes, it
does. You know
does.
what I mean? So, I watched this show in prison on Will Smith, and they was asking him, well, how did you decide what type of movie you want to star in? He said he asked his agents which one make the most money. And he said sci-fi. So I said, well, damn, nigga, I was looking at this shit. Which one make the most money?
Right.
He said erotica. I said, well, shit, I'm about to do some erotica.
Yeah, right.
I'm trying to run the bag up, even though I'm in prison. You know what I mean?
Just be as diverse as you can. You don't want to be in one box.
Wow.
Exactly.
Writer's a writer. How you're feeling at the same time as writing.
I'm excited.
So I have a question because with both books you stated there is multiple books, multiple stories. So can you elaborate on that a little bit more?
How are they connected? I guess are they connected or separate?
They're actually separate, but like Good to the Last Drop. The first story is called Frustrated.
Oh, okay.
So you can go on my Facebook page at Author Jabbar, and you can read the first story for free.
Oh, okay. I mean? And then you gotta get the other 3 when you buy it.
No, that one has multiple.
No, we talking about. That's why I say you get the first story for free. But that's how they get me, and that's what I was trying to ask.
Of them, no.
Okay, so when you come back, you say it's another book to that, right?
Yeah, I already got book 2 and book 3 done.
Instead of you writing chronicles or series, you got it all in one book.
No. This is the first book, 18. I got 2 more books that got 18 stories in that'll be out next year.
Like how
so are they coming up? Are they leading on? Are they continuations of this one? Or are they different?
They're different.
All different erotic stories.
Different, you know. But I wrote them all, and
hey, the key word. Hey, the key word. He said, "I wrote them all."
Right.
Yeah.
That could probably help my book.
Let them know.
Nothing don't mean that.
You
ain't writing them. That shit don't mean shit to me.
I have no respect for it. It's no joke. I have no respect for it. I probably could write them in like stories to kind of decrease it down, and make different or produce different books. Because that's why I'm trying to understand.
Well, right, that's why I'm all in it.
I mean, but it depends on what you're trying to do. Some people write books to leave like some to their family members so they can know them by whatnot. Tell the family history. Yeah, and some people are trying to make money. So either you're gonna be in the book business
to make money,
or the business of books. I'm in the business of books. See, Jay-Z is in the music business. No, Jay-Z is in the music. Most of these other guys are in the music business. It's a big ass difference.
I want to be in
because the business.
I want to lead something, but I want to, like you said, I want it to be here forever, and I want to sell it. I want to sell it.
But before you can get to that point, you gotta look at it from a business standpoint.
Yeah.
When you look at these books, you have to look at the size of the book, how much it's gonna cost you to print this book, because it messes with your bottom line.
Right.
You know what I mean? So everything has to be strategic when you do something. A lot of people go and put out these books and go to different companies and say, well, I can put this book over $3.99 or whatnot. Okay, they put the book out, but it costs you $14 to print the book, and you only sell it for $15.
So you're making about $1.
You know what I mean? So it's not you want to put out a good product, but you still got to feed your family also.
Right. You know what I mean? That's good advice because I'm struggling with my book. Like I said, that book is 300, almost 400 pages.
So you need to break it in.
So I need that. I mean, even though the editor told me, he said break it up into like either sequels or parts. But I like the concept
of different stories.
Done with these 2 books, with the different stories. I'm thinking now, my mind is going like, okay, so how can I create multiple and condense it?
But you got a good problem because you already have the product.
Exactly.
Most people don't have the product.
To condense it, to move it around,
so you gotta look at writing as like talking. When you're talking, you gotta take a break. You got 400 pages. You gotta figure out where you're gonna take your break at.
Because you unsure.
She like me. My shit keep going and going and going and going and going.
It's still more that I want.
And then I'm a real detailed person, so I know every detail.
Even said you got something really good. I'll give you the name of it. The name of it is the well, maybe
top secret. Don't give out the name.
Yeah, maybe I won't.
But I'm gonna tell you a real good author to study. It's a guy by the name of Stuart Woods. Stuart Woods. I used to read his books when I was in prison. He got about 60 or 70 books.
Okay.
But you can pick up any one of his books. The newest book, and then go back to another book, the characters are the same. So you've been taking these characters on for like 10, 15 years, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Same characters and whatnot, but you can jump right in. It's like watching a movie.
And I can start off from any one of them characters or whatever they started off with.
Exactly.
Well, that's like the Terrys and the Zanes and all of them.
Oh, good.
It's like you said, it's like Zane and Terry and all of them and Weber. No, I'm saying when they make different books and you jump, like they leave you, it's like a story you can leave off of, but then jump back to the other ones. Like it like continues the story. So you saying I need to break it down like that, like to continue on, like the preacher's wife
it's a difference
and all of that.
In the sense that I'm telling you about this guy here because he has like several series.
Okay.
And one of them is like the Stone Barrington series, and another was like the Holly Walker series. But they actually intertwine with one another.
Oh, okay.
So if you got these many pages and it's like different things, you break them up. But they still intertwine with one another, you know what I mean? You have to learn to separate stories. See, sometimes when you write, you get to talking, you get to running on and things of that nature, but you have to learn how to separate where it actually makes sense. It makes sense to you because you're the writer. But next person reading, they like, well, shit, this thought hers
jumping all the way around.
Well, I don't know who wrote the one book, but it was one book that I was reading because I read all of them and I be reading them at different times, at same time. But it was one book I was reading, like it has like several books to it, but like you say, it's like different chapters, like he started off where his mom was
Mr. Ford,
like a crack addict or a dope fiend or whatever, her family, and they grew up how they grew up, and how he had to fight, and then they started calling him this name, and then he ended up doing drugs, and then it goes on, and then they called him Animal. So then the next book, 2 more books was called Animal. That was the part telling about him.
Talking about, I'm telling you, listen, when I was in prison, I read 1 book a week. There ain't too many books I haven't read, but I'm telling you, this guy here, he knows how to do what I'm talking about. So I took a lot of his writing style and writing that's why I got 35 books, because I was able to actually separate.
So that's what my thing, I need to separate.
See,
anytime you're gonna build a house, you're gonna look for something.
Right.
I'm telling you, find you a blueprint and an author that you actually like, and be like, okay, I like this writing style. You gotta copy the style, but you like the way it actually flows. And run with it. It actually works.
Jabbar, you know what you're speaking. It's a simple case of goddamn me. A lot of motherfuckers have it and they don't. They can't
apply it.
They can't apply it to the paper.
That's what we was talking about with read.
A lot of people can
read, but they can't communicate.
That's what a lot of these rappers' problems is.
Yeah.
They can say it in their mind, but they can't put that shit on the paper the same way they say it in their mind. And see, that's what a problem is. And now they having problems.
That's the difference between a That's the difference between a freestyler and a writer, a hip hop writer. Some people can do something, but they can't apply it.
It's the difference between the person knowing how to get out their way. If Tyler Perry wouldn't have got out his head and be like, hey man, I'm gonna put this dress on, he'd probably still be broke.
Yeah.
You gotta get out your own way.
Yeah.
They sold his soul though.
How you sell his soul?
You gotta put no dress
There's
on.
a whole lot of motherfuckers wear dresses. That dress ain't gonna kill him. That's all, but those are different of opinions.
He's an actor. He's acting out something.
That's what I was gonna say. And he
That's
did
like you might not go commit a murder.
Martin put a dress on, and Big Mama's house is the shit. Fuck that, motherfucker. It's
Doubtfire,
and Mrs. Doubtfire is one of the best movies ever.
People, like he just said,
no amount of money, but
yeah,
I understand why people do it though.
I mean, if you're an actor, you're taught.
Because that's once again, that's worrying about what everybody else say. Because if you ain't gay, you ain't gay.
Like that dude on that stripper show, my favorite show ever in life.
I'm not playing no girls.
Who plays a man who loves.
But he wasn't playing gay. He just played a woman.
Hold on.
Playing gay is one thing.
Yeah, I'm not playing no role to where a nigga acting like he fucking me.
No, but we're not talking about that.
Hold on. You've been to
Tyler
prison.
Perry don't do that with Madea.
I'm just saying.
You've been to prison.
That's too much fucking playing. If I come back home, boy, you know this. If I go do a role like this and I come back to Kenlock, Missouri, what is the fuck the money? Niggas don't give a fuck about your money.
Hold on.
But how many of them gonna pay your bills?
No, he worried about people.
No, what I'm saying, ain't no motherfucker giving a fuck about your money on these streets for real.
Have you ever been to prison?
It's your manhood. Boy, you know.
Have you ever been to prison?
You gotta be secure with your own manhood.
Most definitely, it's you secure. You can be secure all you want. But fuck that, you don't want this perception of motherfuckers thinking you out here and you another way.
I don't give a damn what somebody thinks about me, honestly.
Perception is everything. I'm sorry, as much as you don't want to
they know I'm gay as shit, so.
If you don't, like once again, birds of a feather flock together. Are you out hanging around with gay people on a daily basis?
I don't know, but that ain't
your thing.
But I have a lot of respect for them.
Ain't nobody saying you ain't got no respect. Do you hang with them?
But that's because that's just me.
I hang with people that's buying all that.
I got little.
I'm not knocking out what I'm saying. I'm talking to you. Do you hang with them? Yes or no?
I
do.
don't hang with them, but it's not because of how.
It ain't because you don't like them. It's because it's not your thing.
It's not my thing, but I don't give a fuck. But that's just the same as I don't care what somebody may think.
Because you did a role don't make you gay.
I'm gonna do what
That's what I feel a hustler's mentality is.
Stop it, bitch.
I wouldn't play as a man. I wouldn't play a role with nobody.
I'm playing a straight person.
Stop it, big.
Okay, what was your point? We want to hear what he got to say.
I don't understand that concept being you've been to prison. Because all these killers in prison.
Next topic.
No, stop. Come on.
No, I can ask that question.
All these killers in prison, dudes on the streets who was killers and gangsters and things of that nature. Everybody talk about disrespect.
Like a motherfucker.
You gotta bend over and look up your ass.
Like a motherfucker. You know, I know that.
That's disrespect.
Right there.
You ain't stopping that one time, though.
Look.
You ain't stopping that one time, though.
That's why I tell the motherfucker, you cannot.
So you tell me you putting on a dress to get a check.
You cannot discuss penitentiary around Big Phil. You got caught, and you didn't make no bread, and you didn't take care of your family. It don't mean shit. Do not discuss the penitentiary around because you didn't advance in life. You sat around a bunch of niggas lying and shit like that for years on top of years. How the fuck can you sit there and condone that shit? I'm waiting. It's crickets. Because you fucking don't. You didn't make no fucking money. You didn't see no fucking women. You ain't help your fucking kids or your family while you was in that bitch. So how the fuck can you sit there and brag about being the fuck locked up? I'm waiting.
I don't think people just like.
I'm waiting. Yes, the fuck they do, B.
Yeah, they
yes,
do.
they
Now,
do.
They do.
Yes, they do.
I mean,
niggas sit around and glorify that shit.
Well, I'm gonna say
yes,
that.
they do,
But
B.
that's
You didn't make no money once again.
But you
didn't
about
get no
mentality.
bitches and you didn't help your family
You talk
or your
about
kids
mentality.
if you was locked up.
You talk about
I did.
mentality.
I can't speak about nobody else. I did.
Those
I ran up a bag, Jack.
I ain't talking about you, Jabbar. I'm just
Yeah.
saying in general. You and I should, you know that.
But I'm just saying about
But I
perspective.
feel 100% what you coming from there.
If
I
a-
hated the shit. I had to bend over and show this white man my head. I hated that shit.
So if you can deal
You
with
think
that.
I want to talk about that shit?
But I'm saying if you can deal with that and you get over a roll for millions of dollars to put on Medea's dress.
It don't make you no difference.
What's the difference?
I understand what you're saying on that beat, but I'm not putting that. That's just my perspective. Because money ain't shit to me. That's not what I'm saying, Jabbar. Money ain't shit to me.
So if you
money's
can,
not shit to me, baby.
But if you can do
money can't make me go
take
out there.
the penitentiary
It can't make me go out there and
chances
put on a
to
dress
go to
and have a
jail.
nigga act like he ran me from me behind for some fucking
We
money.
said
Hold
not
up.
that part. We said the
That's something
Medea
totally
part.
different now. You know, you're taking
Medea part. We
I'm
ain't
just
talking about
saying,
that
why can I
part.
take that?
Because I wouldn't.
I ain't
all
gonna do that
Medea
either.
do is
But
put
I
on
mean,
a
And
dress.
crack
That
jokes.
nigga gay for real.
I mean, yeah, he is.
But all he do is crack jokes.
I don't do Tyler Perry like that.
He is, Brody.
It don't even
That's why
matter.
it's easy for him to put on a dress.
Well, what
I
about
don't know
Martin?
about
Martin
that.
put on dresses all the
I
time.
don't know what Martin is.
If
Martin
he
went
is,
crazy.
that's his business, but nah, don't slander him.
Martin went crazy.
I do believe
I'm not
he's gay.
slandering him, Jabbar. I'm just telling you the truth, Brody. The nigga gay.
I believe
So
he's
it's
gay.
easy for him to put a dress on.
He's gay.
Vin Rames. I swear, Vin Rames played the most gangsterous.
Holiday.
In
Holiday's
Baby Boy.
Heart.
a lot of.
Oh yeah,
Baby
and then
Boy.
Holiday's Heart came out
But
maybe
then,
6 months
at the
later.
beginning of his career, what
Holidays.
What was he been
No,
doing?
when in Pulp Fiction.
Thank you. What
Yeah,
was he
when
doing,
But
Chris?
it's a lot of guys that
What was he doing,
that
He was
Chris?
getting
claim to
fucked.
be
Okay,
tough
then,
and
B.
rough and all of this
I'm
and
just
ain't
saying.
gonna do this and ain't gonna do that and some of them is the most gayest people.
Yeah, and
but
I
men as
ain't knocking
well.
that. I ain't knocking that.
It
Because
don't-
I'm telling the truth.
But
don't
these
matter.
actors don't be that. Just because Vin Rames looked like he looked, this nigga is a theater trained actor.
Who is that?
And he was raped.
Vin Rames.
Yeah.
He was raped.
He
too. was
ain't
raped
what
too.
he looked like. That's why playing Holiday Heart or anything like that wasn't abnormal to him, because he ain't what he looked like. He looked like a nigga that just got out the pen, but he ain't that nigga.
He was the man for me too.
I mean, he's played a lot of different roles.
But when you go that way, it's more easier for you to take the road.
But that's just what people remember because he played the
Don't face
shit
it,
out
bro.
of that.
You're not an actor
I ain't
or actress.
homophobic, so I don't know if girl won't wear
Fail
Phil
that.
is
You know?
not a theater
what's
person,
this?
so
Tell
he
me
don't
this.
understand.
Uh,
He's not a theater person, so he
one
don't
of our greatest
understand.
black actors in the world.
I'm a theater person,
Denzel?
so I can play
Denzel.
any role that you give me. I
I'm
can
gonna
play a
ask this
child.
one simple
I done
question.
played prostitutes. I done played all
What
of that.
movie
and
have
I'm
one of
far
y'all
from
ever
a hoe.
seen Denzel Washington put a dress on?
He don't.
That's his
You
prerogative.
know why? Because he don't go that way.
But
It's a
listen to
choice.
this. Denzel been
It's a
acting
choice.
all these years.
So you saying for money,
and
that means you don't want your man to do
a
anything
wrestling
for money.
nigga
No,
make
I
more
said it's
money.
a choice.
You want your man to do anything for
I'm
money.
saying I didn't want my man to do anything
Choice.
for no money.
Real
I
nigga
said
ain't-
it was his choice.
What you mean that's his choice?
That don't stop you from
Because
being a
he
man.
got in
Vin
at a
Rames had a
point.
choice.
If that's what he feel comfortable with, I mean, it's his business.
But I'm
though.
just saying, I ain't knocking what I'm saying. It's a difference.
Maybe he's half gay.
Who? They can't be half gay.
What's the difference?
They can't be half gay. What I'm saying, the
I'm
difference
half
between the man.
You have gay.
He's half gay. See.
Denzel Washington been in the game since I
called
was
bi.
a kid. And I've never seen
Just
him
like you
do
never
anything
seen
like
him
that.
do a gangster movie, but they
Who?
basically say he sold his soul when he did them couple of gangster movies.
But he did them before that he won the
But I'm
Oscar.
gonna
I
say,
mean, he was
I just
killing
feel
it.
that it's all a part
It can't
of
be about money,
self-confidence
B.
It
can't be about
because
money.
you can do a lot of things. This is just my
Yeah,
opinion.
you can.
You can do a lot of
Theater
things.
and act is
like
one
I was
thing.
saying, I don't give a damn if I'm
Where
gonna
this
get
go?
paid millions of dollars and I'm to kiss a female or whatever the case may be. I'ma kiss that female and all that, and I ain't nowhere near. I'm strictly dickly, and I'm not nowhere near that. But I'm gonna do what it is.
But you know the perception of you. That's bullshit.
I don't give a damn.
But you know what?
That's me.
That's gonna be the perception. You gonna be arguing that perception for the rest of your life.
But you know what? That's her choice. A woman who is a lesbian is a lot lighter.
I'm not gay.
Fair on your side. Fair on your side of being a lesbian or a woman.
Make that money.
I'm not knocking it, but what I'm saying is the perception.
It's different to be a man.
I can do this. But all that now.
But fair.
I don't even want to kill a man.
It's still different.
I'm gonna say this. When I was in high school, I didn't have nothing but 2 female friends. Okay. And that was because the rest of them hoes did not like me. Because they thought that I was fucking everybody on the
been not done it.
And everybody on the back.
And I was a virgin. And they was mad.
I hung out, and I was too until it.
And they were so mad. They were so mad. She fucking
I don't care.
That's because y'all girls, y'all naturally just hate on each other.
No, it's not.
Women naturally hate on each other.
No, it's not fair.
Yes, y'all do. Y'all naturally hate on each other.
Not because the men hated me too.
Naturally hate
the women hate me because they thought I was fucking
everything.
Niggas
not like you women.
No, because y'all's is low key. You hating, but you still in this nigga face. You know what I'm saying? Bitches, we gonna let you know from the jump.
I don't roll.
Men do. That's why most men get killed by people they know.
And that's the exact fucking reason why I stay in my house by my damn self.
Because you can't kill yourself. Because you ain't gonna kill yourself.
I know. I stay away from fuckery. That's what the fuck is going on.
I'm telling you, men and women aren't that different.
Don't downplay another brother or whatever
for their choices
or whatever because of the choices. Because you just called that man gay because you did.
I just said he played that role.
But you said he gay. You said
Tyler Perry gay.
He is gay. That's facts.
I ain't never known him to be gay.
I ain't knowing that, man.
That's fact. That man.
What bitch have y'all ever known that nigga to be with?
Look it up. Look it up. Is he gay?
It take a fucking woman to make.
Come on, name one. Name one of the women, and he didn't work with some of the most beautifulest bitches in this world. Name one that he has ever been sexually connected to. We knew this nigga was gay when we was going to the plays before y'all knew who he was. That nigga is gay. He just like all of it's hella. It don't matter. It don't matter. I done gave him lots of money. It don't matter who you are.
That's not right.
Huh?
That's not right.
Straight man ain't finna play no gay role. Why would he?
Why you fighting?
Ain't this a role? Ain't this a role? I'm not knocking it, but I'm a straight man. Ain't a real straight man.
It doesn't matter. You my cousin.
Robin Williams was gay.
You my cousin. You been knowing me all my life. Before I went to prison,
Martin did.
You said I sold dope, but you never seen me sell no dope. Exactly. So you put a jacket on.
Martin did that before he even went through that.
Probably sold it.
But you say that I did. It's not right to say a person did something.
But it don't make him gay.
I don't have any facts on anything that you did.
You don't know what Tyler do either. You ain't never seen Tyler with no man.
So I don't know.
I ain't seen Tyler with no woman.
So you ain't seen him with no man either. You ain't seen him with no man either.
I just know.
You ain't seen Tyler with no man.
And I can't.
Bricks, as a woman, how long had Tyler Perry been in the limelight?
You ain't seen him with no man either, though.
Since the 90s.
And I'm talking about, he made his money, majority of his money, here in St. Louis, motherfucking Missouri. That nigga was running the play every fucking week.
Yeah.
I ain't never see that nigga with no woman.
You ain't seen him with no man either.
Yeah, yes, I did. I see the blue hair.
Come on, man. You wrong, man.
A lot of women too.
Your boy, don't let it hurt your feelings, man. And she don't want to taking a picture.
I ain't gonna put no jacket on nobody. You know what I mean?
I'm not knocking
it. Let me let y'all know one thing. The reason why I know is because I have been messing with women since the 90s. When we did have to hide it, okay? And as a person who had to hide who they are, you know a motherfucker who is hiding what they are. Okay? And this is on my soul. Before anybody, before the brat said she was gay, I knew that bitch was gay. And it's not just from things you hear. Living in the lifestyle and being in the lifestyle in other cities, you know who is gay and who is not gay, okay? And I am telling y'all,
you have an inclination.
No, you don't have an inclination.
But
you at the clubs. You at the clubs when they buy the clubs out. You at the strip clubs.
I don't care.
When they in there.
Kelly pee on that girl.
I didn't see it.
And this is stuff.
I
seen it.
I didn't see it.
I seen it.
I don't know. I ain't testifying against nobody.
Your choice is your choice. So
but no, this is just what I know. I'm not telling you something or saying something that I
You just don't want nobody to think you gay.
You have no
So if I tell everybody you gay, you ain't.
I have facts that I would never share.
Okay, so let me just say this.
He don't want nobody to think he gay.
That's what I'm going to say.
I had to hide. You know what I'm saying? So I won't tell you guys what I know.
I was getting ready to say he's sitting up here fighting.
But that nigga
so
gay
hard
shit.
against it for yourself. That's yes you are trying to prove a choice.
This
I
ain't
can
got
say that you gay.
Look. This ain't got nothing to do with Big Fed. You wanna know why this ain't got nothing to do with? Because we be talking about Tyler Perry, big gay ass.
But
I'm not in the line. I'm not in the line.
It don't matter.
Shut the fuck
up. It don't matter. It don't matter. But you sitting up here fighting against that man being gay and so on and so forth.
I didn't knock the man being gay.
As much as it
ain't nothing wrong with
all
him.
I said is he is gay.
Hold on, what
you don't know.
Jabbar hurt took it a whole other way.
No, this is my thing here.
What happens?
But I get what they saying.
What happens in your bedroom
what you're
stays in
saying.
your bedroom.
If we was in another country, right? If we was in
Just
another
because you
country,
fucking girls don't mean you ain't gay. You
that.
right.
y'all would have got him killed.
Well, if it's a nigga in St. Louis,
It ain't just us. This is not something new that people are saying. Okay? People have been saying that since the 90s. This is not just new.
What else? If you have no facts. There we go.
Gay rumors.
16
But it doesn't
celebrities.
matter.
Did you hear that I said? Did you honestly hear?
I don't know.
And you see.
He didn't see the tape.
Show me the tape. If I see the tape, you pissed on, I say you pissed on.
I see the tape.
me, Quan.
R. Kelly to be on that game.
I don't know.
I see the
You
tape.
couldn't really tell if it was tail.
Girl, don't you ever. This nigga is in the camera.
I didn't see him either.
I seen it. I seen the tape.
I don't know.
Trust me.
But see, I guess the way that I feel is just a lot of different stuff. I see stars all the time. I see stars in Atlanta all the time, but I'm not one of those that fall out all over. They another human being to me.
I ain't falling out on nobody either.
So I don't follow them.
Cause I'm the shit.
They're just a fucking regular human being.
Exactly.
I'm a star.
Absolutely. So I don't give them all
I
that.
shine all the time, boo boo.
I don't give them all
I heard
that.
he signed in the fucking lot.
And I shine all
That's
the
what a
time.
star do.
Absolutely. You're a star.
I don't know what a
I'm most
fucking star
definitely a
is.
star.
I never really.
If you not fucking God,
I'm
you
a
want to
star. I
give no praise
shine
to
all
me
the
like
time.
that. I'm
So
sorry.
ain't nobody no different than me. We all people.
Hello.
I don't fall out over nobody.
I don't give them that energy. I do support their craft and what it is that they do, but I don't give them that energy.
And
to
I respect
raise them
I don't
up
think they
or whatever
want that.
because I feel that I'm on the same level.
Because I feel like this man here is a star, and I give him his credit for all of this.
I feel that I live like the rich and the famous too. So I don't. It's just me. I don't give them all that energy.
I won't give nobody that energy.
Yeah, and I see them all the time.
I respect
live right
people.
around the corner from Tyler Perry, where his house is in Alpharetta.
How many men he come in out there?
Yeah, shut the
How many
fuck
men he
up.
got running in out the house?
Tyrese got a house out there. I live up the
You
street
talking about
from
Tyrese who was
Gucci
crying
Man.
about paying child support?
I guess with my cousin.
You talking about Tyrese that was crying about paying child support?
He gay too.
I don't know nothing about Tyrese.
See?
We didn't even know he had. Yes, we didn't know he had a daughter until he was on there crying about his daughter. Shit.
On the world news,
Ice Cube.
Cry about paying
That's one of the
child
good
support.
ones. Him and his
You might
wife
be a little different
is
some type
legit.
of way.
Him and his wife legit.
Tina, why you don't know
Shut the fuck up.
I'm just telling y'all
This nigga came
what is
on
known.
the
shut
motherfucking
up.
stand was crying about. And this, I see this
At
nigga
one
on TV
time,
every day.
being gay and lesbian was like a family, a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So you knew who was in the lifestyle and who wasn't.
But
And
I'm just saying, even if
it's
he
just,
is,
it don't matter.
It don't matter.
He the one curd.
No, I ain't giving you no 5.
He the one curd. Shit, I gave him
Let me
more
tell you
money
something.
because
I'm
he
not giving you
was.
no
What the
5,
fuck?
You wrong.
We was talking to
You
Jabbar
trying to make me out
about
to be the
his
bad guy.
book, We were talking about playing roles. So right now, they're speaking on. Sam said that he would never sell his soul and wear a dress and play gay in a movie.
Maybe because I'm just saying what it is.
No straight man would do that. So that's what we're talking about.
I'm just saying what it is.
But it is straight men that put on dress.
They say straight men, no straight.
Was a straight black man.
They say no straight man.
And he was Geraldine, and Geraldine was funny as fuck. Martin Lawrence was Big Mama, and Big Mama was funny as fuck. Shanae, I love that bitch. But Jamie Foxx was Wanda,
and so was
and Jamie Foxx can get it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and twice on Sunday.
Jim Carrey was all good. He was all Jim Carrey was all girl. He used to wear that motherfucking ponytail.
Yeah, he was. What was her name?
Brothers dressed up as
all the white
all of them. But I think Sean gay.
I ain't got nothing to say about this, y'all. I already put my word. I told him if you a nigga and you doing them type of roles, you might be a little feminine. Goddamn.
Phil, shut the fuck up.
Too gay or not too gay?
Yeah,
that's the question.
Okay, just say you one of the men that wouldn't do it.
We got a good news.
Okay, so stop. So stop saying everybody gay because you wouldn't do it.
Okay, let's see.
Steven Tyler.
Shut the fuck up.
Let's see. Let's go.
We got Big Fel's devastating news.
If he's an actor, that's his role, right?
What?
Eddie Murphy was the mama and grandmama in Nutty Professor. Yes, he was.
Nutty
It's a million motherfucking roles a motherfucker can play.
Eddie Murphy playing women all the time, baby.
Eddie Murphy gay.
Boy, Eddie Murphy ain't gay.
Shit.
Eddie Murphy. Yeah, they say he fucking Johnny Depp.
Well, Eddie Murphy gay as a motherfucker.
They say he fucking Johnny Depp.
Here we go. All right.
Stop it. Once again, I'm not knocking it. It's just what they are.
They definitely said that.
Hell, if a motherfucker knew I was gay, I'm pretty sure they'd call me out on it.
Speaking of gay, how about your boy Steven Tyler?
What about him?
Okay.
He's not gay.
Accused.
No, he worse than
underage girls.
Yes.
There you go.
Steven Tyler accused of sexual assault of a minor in a new lawsuit over a decade-old claim. So a woman claims that he had an illicit relationship. She had an illicit relationship with Steven Tyler in the 70s when she was a minor.
Ain't that what R. Kelly locked up for now?
Yeah. No, R. Kelly locked up for recent. R. Kelly,
I didn't.
R. Kelly was R. Kelly was locked up for recent things. They had R. Kelly up until the day he was arrested with young bitches.
There you go. Because that nigga supposed to be locked up years ago.
Years ago.
But ain't that the same thing this dude doing?
Yeah.
I mean,
But he ain't gonna get locked up though. You know why?
Right.
But
pour some sugar on me.
No, that's not him. That's Poison.
This isn't a criminal case. She's filing a civil lawsuit against him.
Why she wait so long?
Because it's hot right now. The Me Too movement. It's hot right now.
Why it's not a criminal?
Bitches,
because it's still,
and it's so old. Because it's so old.
She can't get no money off of
it. Not criminal.
Statute of limitations is up.
She can't even do nothing.
Well, she might well didn't even bring it up then.
She can get some money. It's hot right now.
Oh, you said she can give it civilly.
That's what she has. She has a civil lawsuit against him. She's gonna get paid.
That's what this is all about.
If she can prove she got old pictures of him and her and all of that, she can get paid.
She gonna get paid. No faking.
100%. Because it's hot right now. This is when the strike. They see that shit.
She gonna get paid. No
yeah. This was 1976.
Tragic.
I
was only 6 years old.
He fucked up.
I was 6.
This nigga wrote his memoirs and mentioned this bitch.
They know she ain't lying.
He told on himself.
He was grown. He was 20-something, 30, almost 30 years old, and
76 he was.
Yeah.
Damn.
And she was
15. Oh, tragic.
And this nigga didn't put her in the book.
Hey.
Got him.
Yeah, she got it.
Hey, that's like these niggas of today time. They put their shit on Facebook.
Yeah, that's dumb.
And everywhere else.
Exactly.
That's dumb. That's dumb.
That's fucked up.
These motherfuckers stupid.
I grew up in a time where we stayed away from the police. These motherfuckers, they like to engage.
But that's why I say it's a different time now.
Yeah, they like to engage.
They don't have a fear.
People that's doing so many stupid things, and you know that majority of those places have cameras and everything because a 14 and a 15-year-old dudes, they just killed a 70 or 80-year-old woman in her garage.
What is that?
In Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
They went up in her garage. Their purpose was to steal her car.
Hey, you know what? Atlanta, they trying to be like St. Louis.
No.
You don't think they trying to get like St. Louis?
They can't.
But I'm talking about this. I'm just from very reliable sources. The shit that's going on down there.
The majority of the people that's in Atlanta are from different areas.
There you go. I know
versus
that.
St.
There
Louis,
you go. I understand
they
that.
homebreed.
I understand what you're saying.
It's all home.
But Atlanta wasn't known for that shit. That was the reason why people was migrating to Atlanta.
But all these niggas.
Everybody's coming to Atlanta,
and
everybody been coming. That's why I've been down there so long.
And now they going to Texas.
Auntie moved down to Macon in like 85, 86. So we used to just come down on the summer and we sure wasn't in no damn Macon. We'd be right in Atlanta.
Right, exactly.
I'm sorry.
Because a lot of St. Louis people went to Atlanta. Now they going to Texas.
Everywhere is
now they stick together if you're trying to make something.
The big thing that's different though is
they're trying to be something.
I understand.
Yeah, it's a more opportunities. And African Americans have always thrived in Atlanta, in politics, in business, in music.
The mayor name of Atlanta. What's the mayor name? The lady, the black lady. Down there,
Keisha.
Which one is the one causing all the ruckus down there?
Oh, she's no longer the mayor though.
What she is?
She's no longer the mayor. She's not even in no type of office.
I'm talking about the one that got Young Thug and all them just locked up down there. Which the black lady? Boy, that lady came on
she's
TV.
Not. I mean, she has her own law firm and all of that stuff. So she's
a former House of Representatives.
Yeah.
One of them black ladies came on TV. From Atlanta, that's all.
You talking about Stacey Abrams?
Okay, she said, if you a gang member in my city, I'm locking your black ass up.
Oh no, you talking about Keisha?
This is what this black lady said on TV. She said, if you a gang member, I'm locking your ass up. That's what happened to Young Thug and all them. This black lady down here is sewing up the motherfucking spot.
I ain't mad.
No faking. Well, this is what's going on.
I'm telling
because let me tell you why.
Atlanta was never.
I don't live.
And that's
Atlanta was never known for that shit.
But
you live in Georgia, not live in Atlanta.
Because it hadn't been. It's been a mecca, and y'all fucking it up.
Atlanta.
Yes, they is.
Atlanta is not Georgia.
Right.
So where this is actually happening is in the Jonesboro College Park.
So explain that to
Atlanta
people.
is different.
Well, explain that to everybody.
Downtown St. Louis.
Right. Okay.
Atlanta is like downtown St. Louis.
So if you don't stay downtown, if you didn't grow up downtown, you're not from Atlanta then.
You not from Atlanta. You are in
from College Park.
But you can't complain.
Not from Atlanta.
So that young lady wasn't lying when she came out with that song then from there.
Right. Because
she wasn't lying.
She might not have been.
She said out a whole lot of people.
Yeah, see, that's what a lot of people get confused.
Buckhead.
Everybody say Atlanta.
Buckhead. That's not
Atlanta has so many different counties, municipalities.
It's just like St. Louis, though. It's just like how St. Louis is,
too. He's from College Park, Jonesboro. No, he's not.
Oh, okay.
But he's from College Park. He lives in Jonesboro.
But he can't claim Atlanta, though.
Atlanta is just another city, just like all the rest of them.
Don't do that.
Everybody, that's because they used to.
That's like me claiming. That's like me not claiming. That's like me claiming Kinlock, and I'm not from Kinlock.
Kinlock is another city.
I live in Ferguson, but I'm claiming Kinlock.
Isn't Kinlock a county in Missouri, though?
In St. Louis. It's a city in St. Louis.
St. Louis County, but St. Louis County.
Yeah.
Atlanta is not Atlanta County. Atlanta is a city in Georgia.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's just like me saying I'm not from Kinlock and I stay in Ferguson.
Right.
So it's Keisha Lance Bonner.
You can't do that.
Keisha Lance Bonner.
Oh, she that deep.
Yeah, that's the one. She's
that
no longer in office. We have a black male that's the mayor now.
Y'all should have kept her.
Is that
I'm sorry.
Andrew?
Y'all should have kept her.
Andre Dickens.
Yeah.
Andre Dickens.
Mm-hmm.
They should have kept her.
He's the new mayor. But she stepped down. She was tired of it.
Well, she did what she did. Look what she did before she stepped down, though. Well, she indicted major motherfuckers. And all of them snitching on my guy.
Yeah, she was trying to clean up. And he's doing a good job, too. He's doing a good job, too.
Damn.
So far.
Thug, I'm going to need you to stand strong, Brody. Something good going to come out of this for you, Brody. Everybody ain't going to keep snitching on you. And it's going to go right for them, Brody. Real talk. Straight up. these bum ass niggas straight. Tell it on my boy.
All right, zip it up. It's almost 2 o'clock, so
it is.
We need him to tell us where all his books at.
Yeah, well, where can we find you, Jabbar?
Oh, okay.
Where can we find you to get the books and information on you? What?
Right.
Your web pages, whatever.
My books are on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles. I'm on Facebook at Jabbar the Author.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on Instagram at Author Jabbar 1. And you find me in the streets. I'm always in the streets. Always outside.
And got books on them.
Got books.
He ain't scared to come outside.
Nah, I'm always out and about, full up.
So is these the 8 books that are in Barnes and Noble and Amazon?
That's more than 8. That's like 9.
That's 8.
Yeah,
it's you.
But there's a link on my Facebook page that'll take you straight to the books.
Okay. Can you tell me your Facebook page one more time?
Jabbar the Author.
Jabbar the Author.
Follow my Brody. No fake.
So are you ready to release another book? I mean, what's going on?
You said next year or 23?
Yeah, I probably do another book in maybe about March.
March?
Right now, I've been talking to some people about doing like some short films and stuff. I got a couple plays. I'm trying to.
You got to hook you up with Tweezy. That's what
are you gonna do a play?
Yeah, I wrote like 3 plays. So I'm talking to people about doing that. I'm just exploring options. And just
all right, keep me in mind. I just did a play. I did the play how many times last year? Like we did a play called Guess Who's Coming Back. Are you ready? They have been going around. We did it a few times, but I did all this stuff growing up too. I mean, I was in drama club, music and all that. I love to act. I love to do all that. So I be like, let me audition for something.
Okay. I'm really trying to learn more about the business.
Because we just did a play. They talking about doing it again because a lot of people want us to bring it out of town and all of that. She did it several times where she had different people playing a role. Like the first time I did it, I was one person. This last time I did it, I switched to my sister, which was the leading role. Because it's like, you know how it is when you doing stuff, people in for a minute and then they out, so you have to find somebody else. So I end up playing my sister. I end up playing the role next to the leading role, and then this time I end up with the leading role. So I had to relearn the whole script. So it was like I'm remembering my part, and then I'm like, because I had a lot of scenes with my sister, so I'm like, okay, your turn. So I mean, but yeah, I love it. I'm very into the arts. It was a play called Guess Who's Coming Back. Are you ready?
Oh, okay.
And it's we did it several times last year. Well, this year. Like I said, the first time I did it, I came in and stepped in for somebody. They called me like a month before it started. And they was like, somebody dropped out, can you do it? I was like, yeah. And then we did like 3 nights. Then I came back in and I end up, the lead person dropped out, so I end up taking the lead role. And I had to learn that all over, and we did it 3 times. So there's a lot of people, like I said, they want to bring it up to different states and stuff like that. So they re-working on it. And she also just, the lady who wrote it also just had somebody come down and they want her to do like a major thing for them. Some people came in and spoke to her. So I'm just all over the place. I love acting. I love all of that. Like I say, we theater people. So
theater.
Do you see any of your books being produced as a movie
or a play
or anything of that nature?
Well, I'm actually talking to somebody about doing Miseducation of a Hustler or something like The Wire.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. All right, I'll let's watch that.
But again, I'm trying to really understand the business aspect of this stuff. You know what I mean? Because people talk a lot of stuff, but you gotta understand the business of anything.
Yeah.
You can't just run up and do anything.
Yeah.
You know,
just run and jump into some shit.
You know, once you sign something, you pretty much tied into it. So I'm really trying to understand the
don't
business.
you do it?
Your fucking life away.
That's what he say all the time.
Don't fucking do it. I'm sorry.
So, I mean, you know, when they have contracts and stuff like that, it's best to have
know what you're doing.
Really read that really understands the contract, because I mean, that's what I went to school for, government contract.
Okay.
And so basically, I mean, you know, a lot of those words in there don't make sense. They go over our head.
Right.
So that's why it is that a lot of people don't read the contract because they don't understand
the words.
A lot of the lingo. When they start talking about that he and she is representing this and so on and so forth, then it gets them confused and they don't read it. And that's why it is that, I mean, a lot of people find it strange for me. I'm gonna read my contract,
like
and I know how to read the contract. If you read the heading, that heading is gonna
tell you everything, huh?
Bold letters is going to tell you if that's an important part of that contract that you need to read or just glance through it.
And I read everything. But people laugh at me because I read everything. I sign nothing. Even my HIPAA stuff at the doctor and all that. They be like, "What you reading for?" That's just don't tell me what I'm, because I don't know what the hell y'all done put in here and all that.
Because things
change every day, and I'm an educator, so
and the information
don't never tell me not to read nothing.
Please read that because you will be signing that if your insurance don't pay
for it,
then
you will be responsible for
it.
It's been times
Please read
I
that.
have read that and I was like, "What you mean if they don't pay it? I'm responsible. I'm responsible for nothing because my job sent me here or this. I'm not signing that." And people don't realize that everything needs to be read.
Say everything.
And if you don't understand it, still don't sign it. They can give you a chance. No, they'll give you a chance to do it. And the phones that got all dictionaries on it. Put the words in and see what they mean.
If pastors will play a church, why won't you think anybody will play?
Exactly, man.
But I'm learning all of that too, and I'm like, and that's why I tell people a lot of stuff you can do on your own, but we still need other people that knows other things because everybody don't know everything.
But I always say, educate yourself.
Yeah, you got to educate yourself, but you still got to know
that you can read.
Pull it right up.
Educate yourself and still pay a lawyer and an accountant.
Yeah. That's why I say because you can do so much. Thank you.
What they are telling you should be advising you, not telling you what it says.
Right.
I'll tell you what.
You need to know for yourself,
you need to know for
and
yourself.
then have them to check behind what you already know.
Because I know people who got trust funds and all type of stuff, and it's fucked up.
I'm going to get my blessing, and I'm going to have more of him, and I'm going to have a motherfucker investigating them.
Yeah, because with me, what I learned about that is when death comes. Because death changes everybody.
Yes.
Your closest sibling will become your enemy when your parents die.
Baby, you can't tell me.
You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have your shit set for nobody, have it set for your kids that they'll be still talking after.
It's family members. I lost my mom in 2016. It's family members that I would never deal with. I don't care if I live 1,000,000 years and I don't care nobody.
Death changes people.
I would never deal with them people another day in my life.
Have your shit straight.
That's fucked up to say that about
I don't give a fuck because when you rob my mama on her deathbed and lie on me and all that and say I ain't fucking with y'all.
They do low shit like that.
Yeah.
Like that's fucked up.
I don't give a fuck about none of
that. They use that time to.
I'm telling you.
Fuck that.
I'm telling you.
And I told my mama before she died I would never.
When my mama died, me and her barely have a relationship.
And my mama didn't even.
And
you talking about somebody that didn't even have no money like that.
Yeah, my mama didn't have shit. Shit, I got a house coat. You know what I'm saying?
My mama
I got different things. My mother didn't have insurance and all of that.
We had insurance.
People will act a damn fool
they think
when
get something.
death is around.
Yeah. They think they finna get something.
Not just that. The whole obituary, you wouldn't even know when I was born.
I got left off that motherfucker. I'm mad about that.
Yeah. If I was to show y'all my mama's obituary,
they clowned me so they clowned me and my sister so bad at the funeral home that
and she changed everything.
Girl. Yes.
I mean, just the whole funeral was about her and her kids.
Yes.
And I'm sitting there with me and my kids.
That's what people do.
It was so weird. The people who knew
us
what
they do.
wanted to whoop her ass. And I'm like, nah, leave her alone.
But me being who I am, you wouldn't change this shit.
And me and my sister, up until that point, talked every day. Was the closest sisters. I'd kill anybody over her.
Well, this was her siblings. It wasn't my siblings.
When my mother died, I saw a whole nother side
the difference out of everybody. It brings out the ugly side of everybody.
Did she prepare y'all or talk to you all about this stuff?
No, my mother had a heart attack.
Mine's did.
My mom did.
I'm the oldest.
My mother had.
So my mom talked to me.
Okay, but I'm saying.
But throughout the years,
I prepare my kids. Hey, this is how it is that, and then I want y'all to talk.
My kids already know
all of this stuff. Yeah. So yeah,
because I'm an old parent. I talk to my oldest. My oldest knows everything.
My mom, you know, my mom was dying of cancer. So even though I still could have gotten in a car accident or anything, but my mom spoke to me, and my mom put everybody on her hugs, all of that. And I'm the oldest. I'm 12 and 16 years older than my siblings.
My mother went to sleep and didn't wake
she knew what was going on.
Like,
and
you know what I'm saying? It was
what to do and how to do it, when to do it, and whatever. So
she had a heart attack.
Even when it came to my dad, who was her husband, you was not in charge. I was in charge.
My mom was broken.
Yeah.
I still ain't right.
don't know.
You know everything.
That might break me, man. I'm strong ass nigga. That might break.
This is who gets
straight up.
I didn't believe. And then people didn't realize either too because they didn't realize that all of our beneficiaries had been changed because the one person was my beneficiary for me and my children. She was my mom's for her and her children, but they didn't realize that it was just, I don't know if my mom knew she was sick at the time or whatever, but it was talked about, and we had switched everything. So they was looking for the policies that they was no longer on. They are no longer on mine and my kids, none of that. And I was like, yeah, let me switch that. My kids are grown now. Let me switch it. So everything was switched, and I mean, like she said, all the way to the obituary, they wanted to tell you what to put on there. They want to tell you didn't need no cars. I'm like, my sister got 5 kids, my brother got 5 kids, I got 5 grandkids. You gonna tell me we don't need no cars? Who driving to their mama funeral? Stop it. I mean, what to put on the obituary, what cats put out, what. It was so bad that the bishop told me and my sister to go away.
Look,
stay away from my family and do what we had to do.
Don't. My kids know I don't want none of that. You're not burying me here. I let them know. Cremate me. Y'all have a party. Save your fucking money.
Turn me back to the dirt.
That's real talk. That's real talk.
Don't burn me.
No,
burn me. I'm dead. I don't give a fuck what you do. My body once I'm gone. I don't give a fuck. Burn me, separate the ashes, and if I was married, that nigga better put me on the mantle and scare every bitch that come in the house with me sitting on that mantle. That's some shit I want. I don't want to be in no cemetery. Who goes back really to the cemetery and see these people?
Nobody. A lot of people do, but I don't.
I go see my daddy. But that's it. How many other people died before my daddy? Out of mind.
It ain't out of mind for me, but I just
on your mantle.
It was hard for me to leave. It was hard for me to leave my mom down the first time, so it's hard for me to keep going back.
So you go down the slide, a bitch.
But she ain't never out of my mind.
That's what I want.
No, you ain't never gonna be out here. But I'm just saying, for real, out of sight, out of mind.
After I lost my mom, I can't do all that. I don't do none of that. I can't.
That's
see
why
how they
I
do
want to be with my kids. I want them to put me in charms. I want them to put me at their house. I want to be there.
See, Bricks, once again, I tell you, you experiencing motherhood at an older age than the norm.
It ain't known because a lot of motherfuckers got kids out older.
You can't drop it low and be at home with the kids now. And I had a mama who would have took them.
That's why I say God know what he was doing.
Yeah, he knew.
He knew what he was doing.
As soon as my mama and them left, my mama and them wasn't gone a year, and I was pregnant with my oldest son. They was in Colorado a year.
You were ready.
Hey,
he said you was ready.
He said, "Oh, no babysitter, bitch."
You was ready.
And I've been in the house ever since. All right, I'm telling you, think you do.
So y'all ready to keep this daughter? Y'all ready to end the show? What we gonna do? What you gonna do?
You keep talking.
What you gonna do, Justin?
She been trying to edit for like 30 minutes.
I say what you gonna do, Justin. Hey, I'm a motherfucking talker. That's why I got a show called Talk That Talk.
Wasn't that your question?
Tell our.
You don't know how to end a story?
Tell our. I don't know how to end a story. Y'all know I talk the shit out of y'all. That's what I do. That's why I want some help.
Yes, in the new year.
And I'm a detailed person. Like I can go all the way into like he said, the exotic stuff. He pulled my pennies down, and I was like this and all that, and then my legs were shaking.
We were wrapping it up there.
Over, like, I mean, I can do it all.
Oh Lord.
Anyway,
that's a story I pay for.
And my nipples just got harder.
Y'all holler at your girl for some Girl Scout cookies too. Yeah.
So we got you already. All right, we'll make our way back around.
All right, so of course this is Bricks Montana. Y'all can find me on all platforms of social media at Bricks Montana and the Bricks Montana on TikTok. And I'm serious. Order some of these fucking cookies. All right.
I'm hollering.
I be having to put too much money in.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Do they order them online or they got to go through?
Oh no, they can look on my page. It's a link on my page. Okay. You can click the link, and no, I'm not delivering it to Minnesota, so you better have shipping and handling. Motherfucker, last year somebody talking about bring it. Motherfucker, if I bring it to Minnesota, that shit would be gone. I'd eat it.
Eat on the way there.
Thanks for the cookies. Cookie.
Okay.
But
where can we find you, Gina?
Y'all can find me at Gina Wade. What's that? Gina_Wade on Instagram. I don't know who. I'm on TikTok. I'm on all that shit. Don't know. Twitter. Find me, y'all. It's always gonna consist of Gina Wade. Just figure it out, cause I don't know how to even do it. Don't forget my nonprofit organization W3EW. Facebook. Still taking donations. once again, we are so proud of our Christmas program we had this year. It was awesome. It was holiday. Awesome. We thank all of our volunteers and the people who are participating in adopted families and all of that.
Except the bum ass motherfuckers when show up like they supposed to.
Forget them.
And y'all can see me each and every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Time on Talk That Talk Cocktail Hour. That's Talk That Talk Cocktail Hour, where I talk that talk and drink my cocktails. Your turn. We need to know you again.
One more time. Amazon, Barnes and Noble.
That's how you know I know
I'm
you.
Jabbar the Author. You can find me on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, on Facebook at Jabbar the Author, Instagram, Jabbar the Author 1. Holla at me.
All right.
Yes.
All right, and this is Miss Mink.
Get on Twitter, Jabbar.
Live and in person.
Live and in person. Also,
yes. We got her in the studio.
Why not say
it? You
that?
can find me on all the social media sites too. But it's so many different names. I can't even go through what it is because I have to switch it up. I don't want everybody to find me.
Switch it up?
Yeah, because people be stalking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man.
So she in Atlanta. It's different.
People, yes, but it's okay.
It don't matter. And then.
What does that matter?
Sexy women are married, motherfucker.
Man.
Sexy women can be married.
I had a bad experience. I'll just say this. When I first moved to Atlanta, I was trying to promote my brother's music, and I had a connect where I met up with Future. Oh my, that was the worst experience. I had to back him all the way down because, like I told him, I'm here on business. All that other shit, I ain't
promote
even
dope and don't even do it.
Okay, whatever. But yeah, so I had to back him down. It don't matter because the first thing they'll say is if your husband ain't with you out here by yourself.
Yeah, no faking on that.
Yeah. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Rappers ain't shit neither.
Next, come on, boy.
I'm trying to tell y'all, rappers ain't shit.
Who are you beings with?
Mr. _ Boss Click Backbeaters on Instagram. Mr. No Quitting. Y'all already know. Certified Hustler in store. Album number 18. Will be coming very shortly.
All right. And you Ray Charles, brother.
Hey, man, say you can't say shit.
You got the right one,
I'm gonna
baby.
interrupt his ass anyway.
I'm between Ray Charles and Charles Barkley.
The bald head in the glass.
One of the Charleses.
The blind basketball.
Come on, pink nipples.
Do they have a blind basketball league?
You the one with the pink nipples. Let's go.
Okay, anyway, moving right along. All right, my name's Justin King at My City, My Music. Hope everybody had a good holiday. I'm glad it's over. Back to normal schedule.
Now, tonight the holiday. Shit.
Oh, wait. And I believe...
Let's get fucked up.
Let's get high. Let's get drunk. Let's get fucked
Be
up.
responsible. Don't
Let's get high. Let's get drunk. Let's get fucked up.
Keep your bullets. The motherfuckers cost.
Don't waste your bullets. We ain't wasting our bullets.
They hard to find these days, so you might want to save the motherfuckers.
It's niggas in the room cocking these guns getting prepared right
cocking
now.
again.
I'm telling you.
Cock. Your favorite word.
All
right.
I like cock.
All right, y'all.
Let's see. Next week. Next week is my birthday, so
all right.
Next Saturday, tune in.
That's all right, because I'm a January baby too. Boo. Aquarius of verse Capricorn.
Oh, is that what? You're the end of the
I ain't never at the end of shit.
When's your birthday?
The 30th.
My oldest is 27.
Yep.
My mom's an Aquarius.
Happy birthday, son.
The Aquarius are the best.
Virgo, January 4th and January 11th. Yeah.
Y'all know Capricorn. I'm Aquarius.
Happy birthday, Justin.
Happy birthday. Also, we turning up next week for just a birthday.
We gonna have food?
Yeah, what you bringing?
If you're available, you can chime in.
What you bring? What you bringing, Briggs?
I'll see what it's
we bringing something.
Anniversary, because our anniversary is in February.
Oh,
okay.
The holidays drain the bank account. If you're a local business, send us some food.
Yes.
We'll give you a shout out. We're hungry.
Yeah, bring your food in. That'll be your payment. That'll be your payment. Okay, we out of this bitch.
All right, we out.
We out of here
next week.
We out of here.